Class 4 over the 1200 metres. We've got dollar reward at the top with the pacifiers for the second time. Goldie Flanker, a winner from barrier 12 last start, draws 6 this week and is up £4. Joyful Moment, Zach's ridden 4 times for 2 wins. Excel Delight's never missed a top 4 on the dirt. Johnny, newcomer for Me Choi, has had trials with a win over Willpower and a second at Jazz D, but has been a horse that has always trialled well. Wei Fung Charmer, his only win was in Class 5, finished a length and a quarter from Super Powerman in Class 4 last time. And Supreme Patrol keeps right into third behind Goldie Flanker and Excel Delight 2 starts ago. The Chungfa movement, just the one, number 7, striking Mr. C.
There's plenty of pace here in this race over the 1200 metres. Little Thunder striking Mr. C. He'll be charging forward. And Johnny raced second in his recent barrier trial. He was up on the pace, so he'll be there. Dollar Reward should be able to slot in somewhere. Supreme Patrol, he's very hard to follow. Then you've got Wei Fung Charmer, who might be able to slot in because the pace will be good, so he might be able to slot into the one-off position. Joyful Moments, Excel Delight. Both of those two would have been a little handier had they drawn better gates.
First horse we're going to have a look at here is Goldie Flanker, and he's the last start. Well, he hasn't been with the new stable for too long. We know what he does, so he gets back and he runs on, and he should get the race run to suit as well. There's plenty of pace in this race, as we saw from that speed map. XL Delight, he's just been pipped he's run second at his last 3 starts now, has XL Delight. He's going well, though. There's no problems with him. Everything looks good, and he travels nicely in his work. Once again, he just doesn't get his nose in front. Johnny's going to have his first start for the new stable. He's working really well on the surface. He is bred for it, and he's trialled well on it as well. So I thought he was a big chance.
Our first replay is Goldie Flanker on the all-weather last time. Tom, this was career win number 5 for him.
Yeah, he's been a good old stick for his connections, has Goldie Flanker. And actually on this night, he actually sat a little bit closer in the run, which meant he didn't have so much ground to make up in the straight. He still had a fair bit here, but he was actually quite a bit closer last time out and was able to beat home Excel Delight there, mug him in the shadows. Excel Delight has since come out and been or just missed behind Super Power Man. So those are 2 horses there that I think need to be considered, but I like the way Goldie Flanker got to the line there, especially after sitting that bit closer.
Yeah, I've got them both, and I think they're both really legitimate chances in this race.
You were cheering the leader at the top of the straight here, Paul, in Super Power Man, and he just holds on from XL Delight.
Yeah, he gave you some nervous moments, didn't he? He looked clear with 100 to go. But look, they rode XL Delight slightly different. He got left in front that last one we saw. This one he came from the back. Was the same result. He did finish second, unfortunately. But look, I thought it was a really good run from him. And the last sort of 50 metres, about here I thought I was home and hosed with the thing with the Super Power Man in front. But he got close, didn't he? Gave you a little bit of a fright. So it was a good run from XL Delight.
Yeah, really charged home late in the piece there. The other couple in that race, splendid timing, yeah, but ho-hum on him. Star Superior is getting on in years. He stumbled at the start, and Supreme Patrol, he's been very hard to catch.
We've got a trial right now for dollar reward. Tommy runs 4th in this trial and he gets the pacifiers the second time.
He does. It was a pretty compact field here in this trial. That's quadruple double there in the yellow on the outside, and Antoine Hamelin riding dollar reward there. He's back into Class 4. He's got a good record on the grade. Both of his wins have come course and distance in this grade, and he wasn't really pressured too much in that trial. So I think he's a definite include.
Yeah, soft trial there for him. I mean, Zach rode him earlier on in the season when he was having his wins, wasn't he? And Zach's on Joyful Moments. I don't know what we can take out of that.
Johnny is a newcomer to the Me Choi stable, formerly with Tony Millard, Paul, and he's had a couple of trials.
Yeah, and he hasn't raced on the surface before, but he trials really well on it. He's bred for it. He's had a Reduced Choice mare by Better Than Ready. And I thought he was a really legitimate chance in this at a price, but he's come up at 5 and 1, so I might have to rethink that. But look, I think he's going well when he can win this race.
Yeah, I think he's certainly worth including. Plenty of early support, so the market's got some confidence in him from the new stable on the surface.
Selection time, Paul. You're with number 5 on top.
Yeah, Johnny, new stable with him. He's going really well on the surface, and we know how well the Me Choi horses do go on. The all-weather. Wei Fung Charmer, I think he can get a nice run in behind. He's surprising because he's come up in a massive price. I thought it'd be the other way around. He's at 20 and 4.3. XL Delight is very consistent, we know, and Goldie Flanker ran well last time. 5, 10, 4 and 2. I might have to revisit that play.
Righto, I'm keen on the 4 here, Excel Delight, to get his nose in front for the second time. He was mugged 2 back and just missed last time out. So 4 to beat $1 reward. Like the trial, like that he's back in this grade as well. That's where his wins have come from. Goldie Flanker, the pace will suit. And Wei Fung Chama, he's not the worst. He's at, just on 19 to 1 at the moment and 4.3 for a place. Kept on well, I thought, against the rail last time out. So 4, 1, 2 and 10.
6 races down, 5 races left to preview. We'll take a break here racing to win. We'll have race number 7 up next.